everybody. I'm James.
And I'm Jason.
And we're the Pamper Guys. And we're here to talk to you about our direct sales experience a little bit and just introduce you to us.
So, a couple years ago, we were sitting with some friends at Disneyland, and the girls were all talking about Posh. And they were talking about these products that they loved and about the things that they loved about the products. And my ears perked up because I love that kind of thing.
I tuned it out completely. Like I heard lotion, and I think I heard
Snarky
lipstick
bar?
or snarky or something, and I was like, I'm gonna go look at my phone and check out Facebook. And
So I got really engaged in the conversation. I tried a sample. Once I tried it, I knew that this is something I wanted to be a part of. So I decided to join. James begged me not to spend all of our family money.
yeah, it was a conversation where he was talking about joining, and I said, okay, well, it sounds fun. You seem to be having fun with this. Like I really still wasn't not really paying attention.
He didn't care.
And I said, the only thing I want to make sure is that you don't, because I mean, everyone's had their own like story that they've heard about direct sales and how it's like a pyramid scheme and things go bad. We've all heard those stories, and so that was in my head. I was like, don't spend all of our money, and don't do that.
So I went into this thinking, I'm going to have fun. I'm not going to spend all of our money. And then one day, James, actually, because James is the person in our business who notices all the things, he saw that I was successful. He saw that there was an opportunity to actually make an income. So he joined thereafter.
And that segues totally into the next part of what I want to talk about, which is how we do this as a couple. Because I don't think we even know anyone in our Perfectly Posh business that runs this as a husband and wife, or a husband and husband, or even as a pair. Everyone's an individual. So this is something that I think is an asset for us. I think it's also a challenge because like your biggest critic is the person you live with all the time, I guess.
Exactly.
And the easiest to get annoyed at you. And we happen to figure out how to do this with each other. It took us a couple months to figure out like our rhythm with each other, but in general, Jason is the creative aspect of what we do. He is the face of the Pamper Guys. I'm also in there too, but he works on the creative outlets, our social media campaigns, live videos. I do live videos too, but I don't do it towards our customers. I do it more for the training purposes for our team, and that's where I live within our business. I live in the strategy. I live in, okay, let's make sure that we are booking a certain number of parties so that we can hit a volume goal for the month. I'm working with our downline to make sure that they're hitting their goals and finding out what they need, doing all that background stuff. I mean, even stuff like shipping and making sure inventory is correct. Those are the things I like to do.
And I like to do the fun.
He calls them the fun things, but they're not fun for me. Like my fun is inventory control.
I like connecting with customers. I like working with our team to think of fun and creative ways to talk about the products and to connect more with more customers.
Well, like I think the best thing is the thing we do every Thursday is I call it your show, but I get to be a guest appearance sometimes.
Yes, we have a special weekly Thirsty Thursday, we call it, where we talk about the products that we sell and we incorporate a cocktail of some kind, a glass of wine that reminds us of the different products that we're talking about that week.
We can have fun with it. It's a creative process. We banter like we normally do, and I mean it's a heightened sense of reality, but it's definitely it's the highlight of our week, and we hope we make it the highlight of our customers' week as well.
Yes. So when I started, and I'm sure lots of people out there will identify, this was my special thing, and I know that it sounds like a difficult thing to invite your spouse to take part of your special thing that you do for fun. And that was a struggle for me at the very beginning of James's career at Posh, was how do I keep this as my special thing without it feeling like I'm asking my husband for help or saying I can't do this one thing but he can. And what's happened is it's worked really well to use both of our strengths and to allow both of us to shine.
Like he talks about that, and I acknowledge that happens. And for me in my head, I'm like, I just saw dollar bills and I saw income stream potential and extra revenue, and I was like, I need to make sure that we can make this successful because I see that there's magic here that we can use to enhance our bank account. And so that's really why I jumped in. And I have been very aware of making sure that I don't make it feel like I have taken anything away from Jason from the thing that he started, that he was first engaged and excited by joining in on. And I'm not stealing your thunder.
Exactly. And one of the things that has benefited me and us together as a business partnership is the fact that we both have different strengths and weaknesses and they balance out.
Yes.
One of the things that I love is that I don't have to think of logistics. I don't have to think about the calendar and the planning and fitting all the
fun stuff.
All the stuff that is fun for him. And you have a built-in accountability partner. Even if you're not working with your spouse, it's so wonderful to have somebody who's on your side, who can help you keep focus and kind of bounce ideas off of each other and move forward together. And that's one of the things that I love the most about working together.
Exactly. And then the other aspect that's very interesting for us in this industry is that we're guys in a very heavily female-driven industry, and that is something that's been exciting and something that we've grown with, and
it's sometimes sort of a blessing and a curse, because, and I don't even mean curse as a negative, it's a challenge.
Right.
It's a challenge because we don't fit in to this space as easily as a mom, as a woman who loves to get her nails done, and pampering itself, especially as far as part of Perfectly Posh, is something you associate with women. And so for us,
and even taking a step, like not necessarily Perfectly Posh, but most consultants that I know for every
a variety of direct
sales business. I'm trying to think of some, like Pamper Chef or Color Street or doTERRA, or almost all of the people I know who are owners of companies with those different direct sales businesses are women. And so we don't fit into that mold specifically, and it's been very interesting.
It's been interesting. It's been a bit of a challenge because there are life experiences that our customers have that we will never have.
I don't put on makeup. I don't put
Exactly.
on makeup. I don't put on lipstick
because we're guys.
I don't do hair products very much. I mean,
there's some things that we are not going to have an experience with, and it's not because we don't want to, it's because it's not part of who we are. But what we do find is that we can talk to our brand promise. We can speak to that with our customers. Our brand promises that we don't take life too seriously and that we are all about taking care of yourself. And who doesn't want to do that?
I think our best viewed live was when you and me put on our lipstick.
We did put on our long-lasting lip color.
It was totally silly and it was fun, but that's part of what we, as owners of a business, present, is that we're offering a value of entertainment as well as our product. And so we knew that would facilitate that value that our customers get from us, which is the entertainment value.
Exactly. And it has helped us to have that little bit of an advantage by being the one and only male who's ever achieved a certain level of success.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like he was the first male who hit the level of premier in our company. He was the first guy who ever earned an incentive trip. He was the first guy who was ever asked to speak at our national convention as a leader in the company. So there's a lot of first, and there was that first male that got put on a lot of the things that happened. But
I do want to say,
one
of the things we never ever really take for granted is that is a special thing, but we also never want to discount the amazing contributions that the women in our industry have made.
Because we're not the highest sellers,
no.
We're not the best even at lives or social media. We're good at it, but there are other amazing leaders in our company who we go to for advice, that we go to for leadership and guidance, because they've done it before and they are superstars at what they do. And we want to make sure that we never ever take anything away from them just because we are the first guys doing it, because really we may be the first guys, but there was 100 other women who did it before us who worked just as hard as we did and did just what we did.
And that was the thing that really sticks with us, is that at the end of the day, we all do sort of the same job, but we all bring our little bit of ourselves into that job, and that is one of the things that sets us apart.
Exactly. So here's a question for you guys that maybe you guys can answer in the comments. Is number one, are you a guy who does direct sales, and how is your experience being someone who's doing something that is in a female-driven industry?
Where are our direct sales brothers? Whoop whoop.
And or are you someone who you do this with your spouse? Do you do this with your husband? Do you do this with your girlfriend? Do you do it with your boyfriend? Whatever. How do you manage that interpersonal relationship as well as the business relationship and keep that going strong and use that to your benefit? So leave a comment and we'll check them out. And
we can't wait to hear what you have to say.
exactly. All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.